What's up, everybody? We are back for a post-game celebration. Notre Dame beats Boise State 28-7, 21-point victory for the Irish, and we are watching the final seconds here of UCLA and Penn State. For those of you that aren't watching, Penn State is currently trailing by 5 with 12 seconds left. They have no timeouts left, and it looks like this one is just about done. So looks like UCLA is going to get a big win over a top 10 team. It's their first win of the year. They're 0-4, and it looks like Penn State is going to drop to 3-2, and that seventh ranking is not going to be there anymore. All right, here we go. Here comes Brett Boyson. Never fails. Ash showed his ash. I love it. All right, let's see. Penn State's interesting play call. All right, so who cares about these guys? Let's talk about our game, Notre Dame, Boise State. Nate dropped some stats on them. Let's see what we did, what we got going on.
Yeah, we held Boise State. We tied South Florida for holding them to only 7 points. It's their lowest point total of the season.
Nice.
We almost scored the most that they've allowed this season. South Florida, they got 34 on them, but we were close. So close only counts in Notre Dame football.
Yeah.
Not your stupid
Let's
saying.
see. Julio Stalin said Leonard Moore. Yeah, so he did play. We weren't sure if he was going to play or not. He played. Obviously made his mark on the game. Two interceptions. Played some really good defense. Patrick Wright said both sides looked unimpressive today. I don't know if I'd say unimpressive. I would just say a little lackluster. Obviously, for me, the game was never in doubt. Even though it was close for a minute there, I always felt like we had the talent to win, and that's exactly what you saw. But yeah, I mean, if that's a USC team right there, then we play that game, we might lose, or it could be a lot closer. But I think what we're seeing is Notre Dame has the athletes to out-athlete
anyone,
and out-talent anyone. Gary Kennedy, good comment here. He says those refs, 25 flags. Yeah, that was
24. But yeah,
that was crazy. 24, 25 flags, whatever it is. Oh, UCLA did just win 42-37. So see you later, Penn State. Yeah, so it's that's a lot of flags for one game. And it's two teams that were very low came in with very low penalty yards or penalty calls against them. So just a weird game overall. Let's see. Patrick Wright said agree, but we won't big games like this.
Right, we won't win.
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, if Notre Dame plays like that against the USC or even an NC State, Pitt, some of those teams on our schedule that might be tougher, might be a different result. So way too close. Let's see. Brett Boyson said came close to my defensive shutout, which is good. Yeah, I thought you were kind of crazy on that, Brett, but hey, almost got there. Let's see. Wow. That's a good comment from Patrick Wright, just coming with the stats. So the most ever penalties in a college game was 36 in 1986. So still a ways to go from that, but that's still not great.
That's crazy.
Oh, here we go. Happy birthday, Misty Cowart. Great win today for my birthday. Go Irish. Heck yeah. Nothing better than an Irish victory on a birthday. That's great. Good stuff. Let's see here. We've got Brian Campbell. Where were you earlier, Brian? We missed the Ashisms. Wasn't pretty, but a win is a win. Two things. One, defense A+, offense C+. Two, refs need to be taken out back, kicked in the nuts, and lunch money stolen. They were pathetic. Oh, that's good stuff right there. Yeah, it was not a great effort by the refs, that's for sure.
I actually thought the refs were okay. I know it's a hot take, but I think Notre Dame just kind of played sloppy today, for being honest. There's just a lot of sloppy penalties, holding, false starts, even by Boise State, ridiculous amounts of false starts. But, one of the comments said, it was a sloppy win or it wasn't a pretty win. I'll take an ugly win over a great loss.
Always. Yeah, no, for sure. Excuse me. Let's see. Gary Kennedy, go Irish. Let's see. David Fisher, thanks. Of course. Yeah, thanks. I'm glad we won. Good stuff. That roughing the QB on the interception was criminal. Yeah.
Oh, that was bad.
That was insane. I mean, his momentum was already going that way. So I don't know how you call that, but whatever.
Yeah.
What else you got, Nate? Give me some more. Drop them with some more stats.
So Maddox Madsen, this was his most interceptions in a game this season by far. I guess he tripled his interception high from this season. He only threw one pick against Air Force in week 3, but obviously today he threw 4 and then 1 called back. So we'll say 5.
Yeah, offensively, real quick, if I can just talk about the elephants in the room. Jeremiah Love Jadarian Price, it's just absolutely ridiculous.
You can't say anything else.
No, the Jadarian Price run toward the end there, that was kind of the dagger, was so sick. No, like I tweeted that nobody in the country makes that kind of run other than the other guy on our team, who happens to also be a potential Heisman candidate. So Brian Beach says, does it seem like the Irish sit on leads and stop playing aggressive? I think definitely on defense they went super soft coverage at the end there, but I don't think they really needed to do a whole lot at that point. So
I'd say usually they do. I don't think today they did. You saw, the fourth and 6 that CJ missed, Will Pauling in the end zone. So that was pretty aggressive. I'd say at the end there, when he took a shot for, oh my gosh, was it Gilbert? Micah Gilbert?
Yeah.
He took a shot there, and the game was pretty much over by then. So, I mean, I don't think today they sat on the game, but in past games and past years, 100%.
Rudy Stauser says, maybe I'm spoiled, but it seems Carr was a little bit off. Thoughts? Yeah, no, he was definitely off today. He made some plays and some throws that he probably would have wanted to have had back, and he missed some throws that he definitely wanted to have back. That wide open, I think it was Pauling, wide open in the end zone, good route, good play call, and he just missed him. Bottom line, he overthrew him
on that fourth down.
There was a couple that I guarantee you he's going to go back and beat himself up, because he's a team guy. He's a true competitor. And I think he's going to go back and look at that and really kick himself and realize that probably wasn't his best game, but he'll bounce back. Somebody earlier said, and I like this, John David Harmon said, lots of points left on the field. Somebody tells me we're going to see dark CJ next week and possibly 70 points. Yeah, I can agree. North Carolina State, we'll start talking about them a little bit later on. But yeah.
We need to make like a Anakin Skywalker edit for CJ Carr.
That'd be so fire. Let's see. Brett Boyson loves dad with the where's my son, and the sideline says all good with the thumbs up. So great. Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, definitely. I think we all collectively held our breath when that was happening, but wowzers. Okay, let's see. Individually, CJ Carr, we were just talking about him. He was 15 of 23 for 2 touchdowns, threw for 2 touchdowns. Jeremiah Love, leading rusher with 16 carries, 103 yards and a touchdown. Faison, 6 receptions, 83 yards. Jalen Sneed had a sack. Osbury had, this is surprising me. Jaden Osbury had 8 tackles to lead the team. That's surprising to me. I mean, he played well, but I didn't see him in there as much as I thought I would. Total yards, the Irish held Boise State to 315 total yards. They had 4 turnovers. We had none. Win the turnover battle, win the game. Boise State did have 23 first downs to our 19. The penalties, as we talked about, 24 total penalties for 224 yards combined between the two teams. 224 yards of penalties. That's insane. Let's see. T-shirt idea. Love Price, Irish Fleet. I like that. That's got some ring to it there, Patrick. Let's see. 4th downs. The Boise State was 1 of 3. We were 0 for 2. Time of possession, Boise State led 35-46 to 24-14. So, pretty even game, other than the fact that we turned the ball over 4 times. But other than that, I think, it went about as expected. We did not quite cover because the line went to 21.5 and we won by 21. So a half point under covering. Let's see here. Not sure 28-7 versus Boise State will impress the playoff committee. Need to run up the score on NC State, and then comes SC. That's from Christopher Hedges. I would mostly agree with you, except for, as we've seen just a couple seconds ago with UCLA upsetting Penn State, there's going to be a lot of chaos ahead of us. All we got to do is win. I don't think it'll really matter too much how the wins come, as long as they finish the season 10-2. It's going to be, especially if the chaos continues to happen, and people want to say, oh, well, the Irish don't have a conference championship game, but that's also a game that, they won't have to worry about another loss if that were to be the case. So, yeah, I mean, let's see, Bama looks like Bama's going to go ahead and beat Vandy. Got a big one tonight. We need Miami and Texas A&M both to win, so cheer for those guys, because obviously if you have Miami winning the ACC, which I think is going to happen, and then Texas A&M maybe the SEC championship game, if those end up being our only 2 losses, I don't think Notre Dame gets left out. I really don't.
No, absolutely not.
See, Clint Shaw, U.S. team needs to keep winning even after last week's loss. Yeah, who did they play this week?
It was bye week.
That's right. Can Florida hold out for the win too? Yeah,
that's really close.
They're down to the wire.
They're up 8. Texas just had a big play. There's 26 seconds left.
Can you try to find out how many? This is a good question for Brett Boyson. How many quarterback pressures by Traore? 1 million? I mean, him, Gabe Rubio once again had a big game. Jordan Botello had a good game. Didn't get necessarily on the stat sheet, but he had a good game as well. Obviously, Leonard Moore. I thought Drake Bowen played well today. Jalen Snead. I mean, defensively, I think everybody stepped up and had a pretty good game. I've been trying to look for a picture of this guy online anywhere to post it, but I just can't find it. But Cole Mullins, shout out. That dude, number 42 for the Irish defensive lineman. His motor is just completely running at all times. Doesn't get the same kind of fanfare as some of the other guys, but every time he comes in, he's just getting into the backfield, making plays. He's hustling all the time. I really enjoy watching him play. Our edge players went off today. Yeah, even Bryce Young was good today, as I thought he would be. Let's see. Brian Campbell says, thank you, UCLA and Florida. 10-2 has a good chance to put Indy in the playoffs. I wouldn't have said that a few weeks ago. Yeah, Brian, I think all of us a few weeks ago wouldn't have thought 10-2 gets us in, especially having lost our first 2 games. But looks like Florida just sealed the deal. Almost like there's like 18 seconds left. Iowa State went down to Cincinnati, so that'll drop them out of the top 25 most likely. Oh, wow. That Beck had 314 yards and 4 tutties, so that's a pretty good game for him.
So for the Bubakor
thanks.
They don't immediately show the pressures until the end of the game. PFF kind of grades them out at the end of the game, so they're not official yet. So we'll post those once they're official.
Yeah, we'll post that. We'll get that going. Let's see. Chris Mannion says, very ugly, very forgettable game. Glad we won, but coach has a lot to clean up. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think you could kind of see even at the halftime reaction that he wasn't pleased with how things were going. And we've seen how they recover. So I think you're going to see a very motivated team next week against NC State. NC State is no pushover. They're a pretty good football team. I like their quarterback, CJ Bailey.
Yeah.
So
NC State. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting to see. Texas is.
Yeah.
I don't know what is going on right now. But
they just spiked the ball with 0 seconds left.
They're going to try to say they had a second left, but either way, it looks like Florida's
Arch Manning Heisman candidate, right?
Insane.
Losing to Florida.
Couldn't happen. Yeah, whatever. See, defense for Florida wins. I don't know if that's official yet, Patrick, but it looks like that's what's going to happen. How many big plays are we able to see that yet? See, sloppy but stepped up big time. This is from Johnny Self. Sloppy but stepped up big time. Penn State yelling at Freeman last week, overrated. Ha ha ha. UCLA. That's from Johnny Self. Yeah, the nerve of that fan base right now is, and they're still going to find a way to talk smack. Well, at least we didn't lose to NIU at home. That'll or Marshall. I guarantee you that's what they're gonna come with. So just be ready for that. Let's see. Keep cheering on Texas A&M and Miami, everyone. Absolutely. What are some other hidden stats, Nate, that we might want to touch on here in the game? I know there was a lot of just positive plays by the offensive line. They're starting to continue. They're continuing to gel and get better each game, which I really love to see. But
the first punt since.
Oh yeah, James Randall got some action today.
Yeah,
first time in 2 games, but there it is. Florida just officially defeats Texas, and Sarkisian does not look pleased. Oh well, not our problem. See, we got all plays, scoring plays. So
one thing we got to figure out is kicking. It's going to be an issue.
Yep.
We got to get Noah Burnett healthy.
Does Justin Uni have any eligibility left? Bring Uni back,
somehow.
man. That dude was automatic. We haven't had anybody like that. Well, I guess what's his name? Jonathan Doer was pretty good too.
Doer, what's the guy that plays for the Saints now?
Oh yeah, Groupie.
Yeah.
Also,
was pretty good.
I'm pleased with Brian Campbell. Let's see, Patrick Wright. We talk about the defense every game, but the offensive should be more explosive. We have the talent to be bigger plays. Yeah, offensively was definitely not their best game. There was a couple of interesting calls. Again, running the frigging Wildcat on that goal line stand was unbelievable. It seems like once or twice a game, Denbrock just absolutely farts one away, and that was definitely one of them. I did not understand that play call whatsoever, but we're not getting paid millions of dollars to call plays either. So Penn State, new chat, we are overrated. Yeah, that's insane that they just lost to UCLA. UCLA was winless and lost at home to New Mexico, and they just went and beat the number 7 team in the nation. That college football is just a beautiful thing. Unless it's Notre Dame getting upset, then it's not beautiful at all. It's horrible.
It's the worst sport in the world.
Literally, yeah. How much better is your weekend when Notre Dame wins? It's really, truly. I mean, my fantasy teams will probably lose tomorrow, so I'm just going off this. 2-back set, please. Yeah, I still don't understand why we're not throwing in both Price and Love, or Price and Williams, or James, or Payne, or somebody. I mean, it seems like we'd be having some really good possibilities if we could have both those guys in there at the same time. This college season is insane. Yeah, this is going to be a crazy one for sure. Let's go. U of H Cougars beat Texas Tech. Yep, sure. We definitely would like to have that game starting right now. We definitely could use Houston upsetting Texas Tech, which Texas Tech out of nowhere has become a powerhouse, and I like their quarterback. They got a lot of team speed, so it's gonna be interesting.
Houston's got Wagman at quarterback from Texas.
Oh, do they really? Oh, that's right, Connor Wagman.
Yeah.
See, Bobby McGinnis, Boise was a solid team. Defense definitely stepped up. Solid game all around. Yeah, I'd say solid's absolutely perfect wording for that. I mean, sloppy, solid. I mean, another S you can come up with. Shitty. Great. We're gonna get shadow banned. Yeah, but yeah, solid. Yeah, I mean, running game was insane as always. CJ Carr, he's still a freshman. It's probably his worst game that he's had so far since Miami, and even with that, he was. You want to pull up CJ stats?
Turnover free too.
Well, yeah, and he was just over 200 yards, or just under 200 yards.
Just under 189 and 22 rush yards.
And no, did he have a touchdown?
Passed for 2 touchdowns.
That's right. So 2 touchdowns, just under 200 yards. He rushed for 35, 40 yards, 22. So if that's his worst effort, then I think we're going to be okay.
Yeah.
I only need Texas Tech because of my parlay bet. Tech spent a lot of money on NIL. That is true. Brett Boyson says, I never say this, but go Canes. That's funny. I'll take that if that's his worst game. Yeah. Exactly. And again, it's not like he was terrible. He just the last 2 weeks he was absolutely elite, and today he was good, right? So with those running backs and CJ Carr playing the way he is, if the defense can maintain the level that they're playing at now, I think we're going to be really, really dangerous down the stretch. And I say dangerous meaning really our last true test will probably be SC. Let's see, Texas. This is from Amber Sullivan. Texas Tech spent a fortune on the portal. They were talking about that in the pregame shows. Yeah, and that's good. Hey, if that's the game they're playing now, then so be it, right? This is an interesting one here from Brian Beckich. Sorry if I said that wrong. Any chance Love comes back next year? Probably could make more money in NIL than what NFL plays running backs. You're 100% right, but no, J Love's going to get drafted in the first round. He'll get first round money, probably top 10 pick, I would imagine. So yeah, he's going to get that signing bonus. Double-digit millions. Probably sign a pretty decent contract.
Probably start immediately.
Yeah, probably start wherever he goes, and then have a chance to really get that big NFL money. I mean, he's making a ton. He just signed with Verizon, I think it was, or something like that. He got yet another big deal, but I think his dream has always been to play in the NFL. So he'll be gone, but I think Price will come back. I think it'll be Price, Kedron Young, and Aeneas Williams, unless Aeneas transfers, and then we still have Nolan James. So the running back situation at Notre Dame, and Javion Osborne coming in, the running back room is going to be sick. It's going to be insane.
Yep.
See, Bobby McGinnis says, I thought the season was over. To be honest, what a weird season. So many 1 and 2 loss teams. Hard not to get excited. Yeah, I agree, dude. I don't see how there's any way we can get left out if we're a 10 and 2 without any weird, late season slip ups, having a close game against Navy or Stanford or something, but winning them. I still think Notre Dame gets in. So I think if Miami wins the ACC, A&M is at least playing in the SEC title game, and they remain undefeated other than their conference championships. How do you leave a 10 and 2 Notre Dame out at that point?
Yeah, it's going to be really hard to do.
Let's see. What does that say? I give Love 3 of my checks to stay for another year.
Only 3?
Yeah, you'll probably be about 12 to 14 short, Rudy. Sorry to tell you, buddy. Brian Campbell, he's not coming back. Bet my house. Yeah, he's not coming back. Chances Al Golden comes back, not doing the best in the NFL. I don't know.
Probably not great.
Yeah, I think
he'll probably get another year with the Bengals.
Yeah, I mean, with Joe Burrow being out, I know obviously that's not defense, or that's not too much to do with the defense, but obviously the defense is on the field longer and more. So yeah, I think Golden will get at least the second year, and realistically, it's not as bad as it could be, I guess you could say, for the Bengals, and you got to give him another chance. And by then, who knows? Maybe Ash turns into an Al Golden, or maybe Mickens is finally promoted and becomes the DC. I'm just saying. Let's see.
Hot take central.
Justin Knox says we literally have the two best running backs in the nation. Yeah, it's not even close, man. Especially looking at the quick stat line on Penn State and UCLA, they shut down Katron Allen and Nick Singleton. So yeah, there is no doubt that we have the two best running back tandem in the league. And I'm literally running out of things to say. Like every game, they do something that just makes my head explode. It's just crazy.
Yep.
You can't let Indy out losing by 4 points total if both Miami and Texas make their conference title game. Exactly.
Because even if you look at Penn State's losses, like they're a combined 12 points,
right?
10 points, 11 points, whatever it is.
Yep.
So you can't put Penn State in over Notre Dame.
No, especially they have 2 losses now, and I mean they still got to play Ohio State.
Yeah,
they'll probably lose to Ohio State.
Because that's at
the shoe.
The shoe, yeah. So
you can't let them see Living Price. Anyone giving away a Notre Dame football? Ha 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 ha! Hey, can't blame a guy for trying. Anyone giving away a Notre Dame football? What kind of football are you talking about, Patrick? Let us know. Frank McGrath says defense is back. Absolutely. Definitely starting to play with their hair on fire again. It's almost like they have somebody else calling the plays. Thomas Welker, just hope they both come back. Price and Love. I'm telling you right now, 0 chance Jeremiah Love is playing for Notre Dame next year. He'll be in the NFL. He's going to get his name called early on day 1 in April. It's just not happening. Let's see. From Matt Holmesy, what's the realistic shot Indy cracks top 15? No way they should be ranked lower than Texas or Penn State, who have much worse losses. I think it's possible. What's it called? Iowa State also lost. I'd have to check and see. Can you pull up the top 25 real quick? We're 21st in the nation right now. We, like mentioned, Iowa State lost. Texas lost. Penn State lost. So that's going to obviously create a lot of havoc going down. Oklahoma's destroying Kent State right now. That thing's over, 44-0. Come on, Kent State, really? Good Lord.
They're getting John Mateer back too.
Yeah. So who else ahead?
So Oregon has a bye week. Miami's playing Florida State tonight. Ole Miss has a bye week. Indiana has a bye week. Texas just lost. Bama, did we see if they were going to win? Let's see. I think Bama was going to win. Yeah, they won 30-14.
See, Justin Knox just said we actually covered the spread. I thought it was 21.5. So wouldn't that mean that we didn't cover? So we would have had to have won by 22, but I don't know. Maybe it went back down. I thought it was 21.5. Odds love for the Heisman. I think it's going to be tough just because they love to give it to the quarterbacks. And I mean, John Mateer, the kid from Iowa State, although they lost, is balling out. I know Iowa State, Bradley Beck, he threw for like 380 yards again. James Franklin probably thinks for 47th from Justin Knox again. That's funny. But yeah, I think to answer your question, Matt, I think it's very good we end up in the top 15. I'd say 16, 17 would be the worst we'd go to, but it still is probably a little bit early to worry about where we're at. Once we hopefully beat NC State and SC, then it's going to be a lot more important because then we're going to start running out of weeks. But just keep winning the games in front of you, and they'll keep moving up. And obviously, as we've seen just today, there's going to be chaos all around us. Let's see. Loves to be in the discussion for it from Brett Boyce meeting the Heisman. Absolutely. Brad B6 says, Love would need to run for 1,800 plus yards and 25 touchdowns. Yeah, you're probably right. I think just the fact that there's a running back, a ball share for at Notre Dame is going to hurt his chances. And honestly, I don't think he really cares. I think he knows that it's team glory, and he buys into that, and he knows he's going to get paid either way now as an NIL thing, and also next year as a first-round draft pick.
Yep.
See, Brian Campbell, rankings don't matter now. Win games will be there. Yeah, this is how it goes. Justin Knox says I got 20.5. Yeah, I think super late. I saw it go up to 21.5, but it was not. Yeah, it was. So Chris Burnell says it was 19.5. I've seen it at 20.5, and I've seen it at 21.5. So either way, we won by 21. I'll take that all day. Yep. Let's see, Sooners are beating Kent State because Lou Holtz isn't playing. LOL. I don't get that one.
Did he play at Kent State?
I don't know. See, this one is from Clint Shaw. Just win. Yeah, that's all that matters. Heisman is overrated. That's from Bradley Beat. I totally agree. What's up with Herb Sheet being so confident about Indy in the playoffs this year? It's wild. He normally has nothing nice to say about Indy. I disagree with that a little bit. I think Herbie's been pretty good. Injuries. Justin Knox says. I don't.
Devontae Smith.
Yeah, Devontae Smith didn't come back.
That's the only one though.
Leonard Moore was a full go. Obviously, had a huge game.
Oh yeah, Emil Wagner. I didn't even think of that.
He finished the game.
Yeah, I know he came back.
So I think he's going to be okay. He looks fine. Who else did we? Oh my goodness, excuse me. I'm interested to see, and kind of concerned we haven't heard any updates on Jagasaw. I don't know if that means that there's no good news is good news, or if that means that they're not saying anything because it could be season ending after all. Because I thought he was going to be due back around the SC game, but who knows? Brian Kimmel says, I dressed up as Lou Holtz for Character Day when I teach at. I wish I had a pick. If you get that, you got to share that with us. I would love to see that. Great seeing you guys. Tough team, Boise State. Great win. That's from Jimbo Mueller. Yeah, thanks for jumping on, Jimbo, as always. Justin Knox says Jags is done. I hadn't heard that, but it doesn't surprise me, and that sucks because that dude is a absolute monster. The freshman safety is doing great. Yeah, Tay Johnson's been doing pretty good. He had a silly penalty today. I can't remember which one it was, but he had a penalty today. But other than that, I thought he's done pretty well. I've been really impressed the last couple of games with Dallas Golden.
Yeah,
he's been all over the field, and his first game against A&M was tough. I mean, you're going up against a veteran quarterback and receiving group, so that could be expected. But he's come on pretty strong lately. It's been nice to see. All right, we're gonna go ahead and call this thing for the day. We're just into about 30 minutes. Not a whole lot to talk about today. I mean, it was what it was. Solid, sloppy, couple S's in there, whatever you want to call it. Bottom line is the Irish win 28-7, 21-point victory. 3 wins in a row, over 500 for the first time this year with the NC State team. Wolfpack, always tough, coming in next week to South Bend. And thanks for checking in, and we'll see you guys next Saturday morning for Notre Dame versus Wolfpack.
Yep.
All right, with that, you guys have a great, blessed rest of your weekend. Go Irish, beat NC State.